Assalamualaikum and hi, I'm Aqilah binti Abdul Razak, and this is the technical walkthrough for my individual project Dailyquest. Based on the rubric, I have significantly upgraded the application's interface and complexity. First, if you're looking at the user interface, I have moved away from the old brown theme to a new one. As defined here in the theme data, I'm using the new palette, which are antique rose, blush, and mocha color. This ensures a consistent and modern visual flow across all the screens, from the gradient headers to the floating action buttons. As for integration, I have implemented security using the local auth package. In this biometric gate class, the app checks for hardware support immediately upon launch. The authenticate method intercepts their navigation, so the user cannot access their private diary data until the biometric handshake returns true. This secures the SQLite database content behind a hardware-level lock. Regarding functionality, the app handles data persistence using SQLite, but I went a step further. In the save entry function here, once the await mode DAO insert is successful, I immediately triggered notification service. This sends a local push notification to the user, confirming their streak is safe even if they minimize the app immediately. This bridges the gap between the database backend and the system UI. Finally, for the complexity, I integrated 3 hardware sensors by using Sensors Plus. The first one is the gyroscope. I mapped the X and Y rotation events here to controlling the position of UI elements. The second one is proximity sensor for privacy. I listen to the event stream here. If the value drops to 0, it triggers a boolean flag is near, Sensors Plus, which then will activate ninja mode that can turn the screen into blur or black if your top screen is being covered. This means other people couldn't see your screen, especially when you are writing your diary. And lastly is the accelerometer. I calculate the g-force velocity here to detect a shape gesture, which then could refresh the home screen. Now, let's switch to the live camera to demonstrate how these sensors feel in a real-world scenario. So, in this video, I will demonstrating the major enhancements that I have made to the application for my individual project. Based on the evaluation rubric, I have heavily focused on 3 specific areas, just like I have said in earlier video, which is the first one is user interface, the second one is integration, and the third one is the complexity. First, let's take a look at the integration and security. In this previous version, anyone who opened the app could read the user's private diary. So to solve this, I integrated the local auth package to create a biometric gate. So let's open. As you can see, the app does not load the home dashboard immediately. It intercepts the launch sequence. It is currently communicating with the phone's native hardware security module to check for a registered fingerprint or Face ID. So, as you can see here, it says tap to unlock. So, just click the button, and it asks for authentication fingerprint. Application required to verify the identity. So, I will now scan my biometric using fingerprint, and success. Only upon a valid written token does the app allow to access to the SQLite database. This ensures that the user's XP streaks and also personal thoughts remain completely secure. And also, I also implemented a permission that asks users to give permission for location. So I will click on only this time, and it immediately go to the home screen here. Now that we are inside the application, let's talk about the user interface. If you recall, the previous design used a heavy monochromatic brown theme. I felt like that was too dull for a gamified diary application. So I have overhauled the UI to use a custom theme that much more cozy and aesthetic. So I will put the screen up here so you can see more clearer. So this uses a team data palette for antique rows for primary actions and mocha for types set against a mist background. Notice the gradient on the welcome, not really a gradient, but a more rose pink color cut here at the top. I have also updated the floating action buttons and navigation bar to match this new color scheme. It makes the app feel lighter, friendlier, and more inviting to use for every day, satisfying the user interface requirement for the rubric. Next, moving on to the complexity criteria, I didn't want this to be just like a static form filling app. I have integrated 3 hardware sensors to make the user interface feel alive. So, the first one is the gyroscope. Please observe the welcome card and the screenshot I will put it here. So, the welcome card at the top of the dashboard. As I tile the physical device to the left and right, the text and the character animation move in the opposite directions. This is a parallax effect. By calculating the X and Y rotation rates from the gyroscope string, I offset the widgets in real time. It adds a layer of depth and polish that you rarely see in a simple crude application. So, moving next to the second sensor, which is proximity sensors. So, I talk about a real-world scenario, like you imagine. What if I'm writing a diary entry on the bus and someone looks over my shoulder? I want a panic button for privacy, so I implemented a ninja mode for this application. By covering the tops of your phone, the application will detect an object is near. It immediately triggers a backdrop filter to blur the entire application stack. So I will put it here so you can see what happened when I touch the my mobile phone. So this is when I put my hands. So when I remove my hand, the application will resume like always. This functionality relies on listening to the proximity stream changes. So the third sensor is accelerometer. We are used to a pull to refresh, but I wanted something more gamified and easier, which is when I shake the phone, the accelerometer detected a spike in default velocity across the axis. So when you shake, it show a message that refreshing the data. This queries the Aqilah database to ensure my stream and XP counts are up to date without me needing to touch the screen to refresh. So finally, for the functionality and overall flow of the application, let's create an entry of mode to prove the system works. So from the home screen, click on the diary button and the plus button to add a new entry. Okay, so now I will select a happy mode and click on family or no work. Let's say almost finished project and click submit button. So once I click the submit button, watch the top of the screen. As you can see, it shows a notification and also it directs you to the diary completion screen. So from the application, it said strict save, great job, your mode entry for today has been recorded. So this demonstration say that the user input is collected, the SQLite save the data persistently, and which triggers a system level alert to confirm the action. This ensures the user to get feedback even if they close the app immediately. So just click on the go to mode and diary button. It goes back to the mode screen. Finally, I will share to you the whole application overflow, and I will put it up here. So, in conclusion, this updated build of Dailyquest successfully meets the criteria for high integration, sensor complexity, and a polished new user interface. The app is now secure, interactive, and also a beautiful and aesthetic application. So, that's all from me. Thank you for watching my video presentation for individual project. Thank you.